about my assignment and how I will extend my about the bank account. So yeah, let's just make the code run learning first. .NET run, and then you can see in here add gray more thing like about create account, print transaction history, and a rollback transaction with it got like about the overall is a option. So let's just run to like create a first account and then mix Kevin and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then add Alan to 500. So you can see in here we got like a restoration your account add successfully. What if I want to add more one account like okay, this account like join your account numbers, like something in this one, and then the balance is 200. And then you can see here we got like congratulations, you added successfully also. And what if I want to like transfer the money? Okay, so I want to transfer the money from account Kevin to John's. Okay, cash transfer 100. You can see in here you got like a withdraw successfully, and then the balance is like the -1. We just got like about 400, and we add new success money successfully with the 300. And then what if I want to like deposit from the account the Kevin, and then the amount is 400. You can see in here you enter amount you want to deposit the 400, and then you add money successfully. Your new balance is 800. So what if I want to like print history, transaction history? So you can see in here we got like about the transaction execute, with it got like about the transfer of the two accounts, transfer money of two accounts, and then we got like the day time in here. And we also got like about the deposit transaction, we got like about the amount 400, and then we account see from, and we want to deposit from the account 12345, and then we successfully and reverse this forward, which got like about a day and then the time in here. So what if I want to like get type like about a rollback index, if I want to like one. Okay, so we don't got this thing. What if I want to type like 0? You can see in here they got like error, this operation had not been attempted before, so we cannot rolling back in this one. And what if we want to like withdraw money from each own accounts with a just like 20? So you can hear here we got like a withdraw successfully, and then we want to like print about the transaction history. So you can see in here we got like about the first thing we already got like deposit. The next thing we got like about the withdraw transaction. So we saved about our history transaction in the account, and we also need to like print out. So you can see in here we got like account name Kevin, the current parent 800. So everything is run successfully, and we quit this one, and then I will explain a little bit about my code. So you can see in here we're just adding a new thing like about create a two lists of the with taking about the class account, and then the class transaction here, and then the name of it, account, and then transaction. Great about the bank constructor. We're taking two like two variable of the account and the transaction, and then I'm using about the account add account to add into the list of the account in here. And then this thing is similar to the reverse task and execute transaction. It like we take the parameter of the transaction class, and then we want to add that thing into like a new transaction list, and then we want to execute this one. And the robot also doing the same thing, but instead we call about the execute function. We want to like remove that thing from the list transaction in here, and we take the parameter of the transaction, and then the bring transaction history like, and go to, we using about the for each because we want to go to the each element inside the list, and then we want to write about the controller line executed, and then we want to call it transaction executed, and then whether it's success or not, we got like a revert or not, and we also got like the day in here, and we want to use about the transaction dot print in here, and then control line do rollback also doing the same thing. If the transaction or the index is similar to like the transaction from the transaction class, we call it about the rollback transaction, and then control line transaction rollback successfully. If it not, we will cut that error. Like we can see the when we are I'm showing in here. In this one, we got like about error is observation has been extended before. So we got like about error message in here. The bank system is exactly just doing the same, similar to this one, except we got like about add more thing like about a print history and then rollback, and we change a little bit in here. Instead of like just 5 or 6, we need to like this option is greater than 8, and then this one add more case in here. Do withdraw, do print, do deposit, do transfer. It is exactly similar. Print transaction history. We're talking about a bank, the parameter in the bank class, and then we call that parameter to use about the method of the print transaction history. We already create, and then we used about the do rollback in here. Enter the index you want to like roll back, and in here I'm using about the try pass because I want to taking about the the booleans. If this one is true, and we taking about the dash parameter, and then call about the method to roll back, we're taking about the transaction index. Otherwise it exactly just got like about the invalid input in this case. And then the account in here is taking about it exactly was just the same. We're just using about the deposit, withdraw, and then the print. Let's go straight to about the transaction. So the transaction in here, it exactly was just like about the it exactly is about the main things like about the models and the withdraw transaction, transfer transaction, deposit transaction. It about the subnets, like about. So you can see in here I'm calling about three variable with the like amount, success, execute, reverse, date, time, and we start like about a date statement here, and I'm using about the rotated because I want this value to can be used in another class. So I'm using that, and I'm also great about the lambdas because like we just using it like about the basic thing. So this is just the basic thing. So using the lambdas here, it exactly just like the most optimum way for us. And then we call about the visual in here. The visual is exactly just we want to like using about the polymorphism. So we want to override it. So we need to call in this key, and then we got like about the executed reverse using about a lambda this time also, and we also got about the transaction constructor with the taking start about the amount in here. The visual in here calling the visual method executed, and then the visual rollback also, and also we also got about a public abstract void print. So yeah, let's just go to like the withdraw transaction. So withdraw transaction is exactly what will be inherited from transaction. So you can see in here I'm adding more about the taking about the attribute of the account from the account class, and then call about the new constructor. We're taking about the 2 parameter with it also depending on the base of the amount. And then I'm calling about the void executed, the base execute, and then if it's wrong, not enough money transaction, otherwise it will be withdraw the money. Rule drawback also doing the same thing, except like if that's one is success, the boolean is true, so the account will be deposited. Otherwise, it exactly just break out about the method. And override also. So you can see in here we got like about the abstract, and then in here we got like about the override. So we got like about the control line withdraw transaction amount successfully day and day time. Transfer is exactly doing the same thing, except we got like a lot of bit more about the private deposit, adding more attribute in here. Everything is just like the same. We also call about the transfer transaction, and execute, rollback, and then the print also need to be override because we want to use the body polymorphism in the bank account, right? And deposit transaction also inherited from transaction, and we also using about the override of 3 method in this case. And yeah, that's how the code is. Anyhow, I'm explaining about my code. Let's just go to like this tutor asking. So the first question is like explain how inheritance and polymorphism use in this solution. So the first thing we're talking about the inheritance. So we can see the class deposit, transaction, transfer, transaction, a inherited from transaction. We take the base of the attribute amount, success, execute, revert, and the date stamp, and also the method execute, rollback, and then the print. So if we don't like using about the polymorphism and we just write like about the public void print, we don't write like about the public visual or about the public override, it still be working if we using about inherited. And in this case, we asking about the more polymorphism in this solution. And the polymorphism is about the override code and the method. The system function is used to call class called transaction, which serve at a shared interface. For transaction types such as deposit transaction, withdraw, transfer transaction, when you invoke the execute function. On the transaction objects, it automatically execute the method based on the specific type of the object. The approach enable the execute transaction method effectively manage the transaction type. So that is exactly how polymorphism is working. So you can see in here we got like the first thing we got like about the transaction, we call about the visual and about the abstract. It exactly tell the computer to understand that we want to override the next time. So but the difference between visual and abstract, so abstract is like the unfinished code, but the visual is about the finished code. So we just call it about the abstract one is just about the basic thing. So yeah, and we want to override this case, you can see in here. Okay, so the next question is like, how can single execute transaction method perform any type of transaction? So it because like we using about the polymorphism because it already inherited from transactions and we want to like we take everything in the transaction. In here, all we need to do is like transfer, deposit, withdraw transaction, and override it. It's how before and how it perform any kind of transaction. This is how it perform any kind of transaction. So in this case, like it just like we just call about it execute transaction and then we want to use everything from like the main thing like about the transaction.cs, what you just want to override, and this is how it's working. What change would you need to make to the bank including a new transaction type? So when we are create about a new type with inherited from the bank.cs, then we need to implement about the executed rollback in order to make the behavior of that type, and then we want to override about the print method, like we want to print out the output in the terminal, so make it run as we want. So that's it how we want to add like about new transaction type, like about in this case we already add about the rollback type and then the print history type also. What are the advantage of get through the inheritance? So I got like about for this one, like about don't need to duplicate a code a lot, easier to find and to fix bug, and it also save more time for us to write a code. So and also like the in this code is more valuable and it will be more useful to reuse in another projects, and it also make the code more consistency, and it's also followed about the object oriented. So all the people professional IT, they look and out code and they see that okay, so this code is very clean, it's easy to understand. So it is how inheritance working. And what are the advantage does polymorphism provide? So it also don't need to duplicate code a lot, easier to find fix bugs, and then people know their interface without know exactly what type is it. So for example, if you got like an elephant, we don't know inside the elephant got whatever got this or this. So yeah, we just know about the interface of this thing. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.